Time for Inside Out with our NBA insider, Ian Begley. And Ian, the Knicks clinched the 4th seed, so they will face Trae Young and the Hawks. From your perspective, how do the Knicks match up with Atlanta?
They match up well in a couple factors, Chris. One is they defend, obviously, as well as any team in the NBA. They're going to bring that every night, regardless of who the opponent is. But specifically against Atlanta, if you want to slow them down, you slow down Trae Young and you defend the perimeter. The Knicks have shown an ability to do that. But certainly Atlanta is a different team under Nate McMillan. Trae Young, shot selection much better, shooting 45% from the floor since McMillan took over as head coach. And he is spraying the ball around, getting it out to shooters, and the Hawks have taken advantage. So it's going to be a tough matchup for New York, as any playoff matchup would. But you have to of all the potential matchups the Knicks had, I think the Hawks was the best one for them.
Oh, absolutely, because I know Knicks fans did not want to see the Miami Heat. And I know Knicks fans right now are on cloud 9, being in the playoffs. But we got to discuss Elfrid Payton, because he has looked less and less confident, especially in Sunday's game. So what changes, Ian, might come at point guard for the playoffs?
I'd be surprised if Tom Thibodeau did anything in the starting lineup going into the postseason series. Maybe once you get into this series and you see that, hey, Trae Young is having his way against Elfrid Payton, or we need to make a change because the Hawks are really taking advantage of us because of Elfrid Payton. Maybe then he makes a change. But I would be surprised if, coming off of the way the Knicks have done this regular season, it's worked well with Payton as a starting point guard. Obviously, he hasn't played well the last few weeks in particular, but I would be surprised if you made that dramatic shift entering game 1 of this playoff series.
Right, because it could do a lot to alter the chemistry of the team. And moving to the Nets, James Harden rested on Sunday, meaning Brooklyn's Big Three only played 8 games together all season long. So how much of a concern is this, if any, for the team entering the playoffs?
It has to be a little bit of a concern, because that is a minuscule amount of time to spend on the court together. Obviously, all 3 of these players, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, have had success in the playoffs. So it's not like they haven't been tested individually, but they haven't done it together. And so the idea that they haven't spent a ton of time on the court together during the regular season, to me, is troubling. But, Chris, what you like is the Nets sewing up the 2 seed with their win on Sunday. And that means they're going to have an easier time in the first round, regardless of who comes out of that play-in round. So maybe you can use that first round, if you're Brooklyn, as a way for Harden and Irving and Durant to get more chemistry together as they get deeper into the postseason.
And they definitely need all the time they can get for the chemistry. And Ian, I have a feeling we'll be talking to you later in the week. Thank you so much.